So, the significance of Ekadashi that comes during the Adhika Masam. Now, this year, if you see, we have Adhika Masam that is going on, wherein we have an extra year, like we have a leap year. Similarly, in our Hindu calendars, once in 3 years, we have an extra month that actually comes in to make up for those extra days that are there, like a leap year you can consider. So during this Adhika Masam, it is also called as a Purushottama Masam. Purushottama Masam of course comes later also, Damodara Masam and so on. But during this time, Bhagavan Purushottama or Virata Bhagavan is worshipped. Almost the Adhika Masam is about to end June mid 2026. But that's when we have Bhagavan Vishnu, who is worshipped a lot. In fact, chapter 15 of the Gita, Purushottama Yoga, is chanted a lot. Urdhvamoolamadashakam ashwattam praguravyayam chandamsi asya paranani yastam vedasavit, and so on. So, mainly Purushottama Bhagavan is worshipped during this month. During this auspicious month, we have the Parama Ekadashi that falls in. Now, what exactly is the Parama Ekadashi? Let us have a look. So, this Ekadashi, like I told you, it falls during the Krishna Paksham of this month of Adhika Masam. And this significance is because it occurs during Adhika Masam, it falls only once in 3 years. That's why it is considered to be very, very sacred. In fact, like any other Ekadashi, lot of fast rituals are being done. It seems that all the negative karma or all the papa karma that we have done, all that reduces, it seems. In fact, during this day, Bhagavan Vishnu along with goddess Mahalakshmi is worshipped. Pitambaram or any yellow color cloth or so is kept in the puja area. On top of that, if you have the vigrahas of Vishnu and Mahalakshmi, you keep it there. Or any normal photo images is also fine. In fact, Abhishekam is done. If you have a vigraham, you can even do Abhishekam using Ganga Jalam, it seems. And Chandana Tilakam, which is again yellow in color, that is applied to Bhagavan. So in this way, Parama Ekadashi is celebrated. Apart from that, in fact, again yellow color flowers are offered to Bhagavan, and it is said that during this Ekadashi, that is on the Ekadashi day, Tulsi flowers should not be plucked. So if you want to use them for your worship or so, you should do it a day in advance, it seems. So because on this day Tulsi Devi is also worshipped, so we should not pluck the Tulsi leaves. That is what is said. If anyone has already done it, don't rack your brains for it, that is okay. But you must always remember, usually on the Ekadashi day also, that too especially during this Parama Ekadashi, whenever goddess Tulsi is worshipped, usually we do not pluck the Tulsi leaves. Ekadashyam niraharaha sthit vaham apare hani bhokshyami pundarikaksha sharanam me bhavachyuta. This shloka is usually chanted, wherein on this day what happens is all the troubles that are being caused by me to the world, to others, knowingly, unknowingly, let all that go away. In fact, you have Vishnu Sahasranama that is chanted, the Dadashakshari mantra, Pranavam Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, that is chanted, Arati to Bhagavan is offered. So during this day, this is how the day is celebrated. In fact, we have Vishnu Chalisa, like we have Hanuman Chalisa, Devi Chalisa, Durga Chalisa, Krishna Chalisa. Similarly, Vishnu Chalisa is offered on this day. Similarly, the next day, Dwadashi day also, we have Bhagavan, to whom again we do milk Abhishekam, that is there. We offer Arghya, that is we offer worship to Surya Bhagavan. Lot of Dana Dharmam is done on this day. That's how this Ekadashi is observed. Now, what is the significance of this Ekadashi, or what is the story behind this Ekadashi? That was asked by Arjuna to Bhagavan, wherein he calls to Bhagavan saying that, O Kamalanayana, that is having lotus like eyes, you please tell me the name of the Ekadashi that falls during the Krishna Paksham of the Adhika Masam. That's when Bhagavan says that the name of this Ekadashi is Parama Ekadashi. On this day, Dhupam, Deepam, Nevidyam, Arti, Pushpam, Bhagavan is worshipped this way. Now, what is the story behind this? Krishna says, there was a city, it seems, called Kampilyaha. A lot of sages used to live in that city. And in that there lived a Brahmana called Sumheta, a very, very righteous, a very excellent scholar, very pious you can say. But he used to live along with his wife, it seems. But because of their Purva Janma karma, they had a life of extreme poverty. That is, they could not even fill their stomachs, it seems. And every day that Brahmana used to go for Bhiksha Vandanam, asking for alms, but he could not get anything. And it seems that they did not have proper clothes to wear about. So an extreme poverty, poor condition that is there. And one fine day, the Brahmana, he tells that whenever I ask, go around for money, this and that, it's not that every time people offer me something, right? And how much ever we worship Bhagavan, this and that, still a house, it cannot function, it cannot run properly without wealth, without money. So if you agree, let me leave this place, let me go to some other place and try for a living. That's when she tells that, okay, as you feel you can do. And maybe in this place we are not able to fill our stomachs, let us go and try it somewhere else. We cannot give up, right? Ultimately all of us have to live. That's when they go to another place. But still that wife of the Brahmana, she tells that whatever has been written in our destiny, we cannot change that. But still the Brahmana says that is all fine, but still we must put in efforts from our end, so let me go there. And that's when what happens is, though all this discussion happens, still the wife of that Brahmana, she tells that you don't go here, go anywhere or so on, I cannot live without you. And again, maybe in another place also, I don't know how much you will get and so on. So let us stay here only, let us find out somewhere here. So he also chooses not to go anywhere. And one fine day what happens is, sage Kaudinya Maharshi, he comes there, and both of them, they pray to him, and that's when they offer him a seat, and they were about to give a meal, it seems. And whatever little they had, they served that sage. And that's when Sumedha, he asks Kaudinya that you tell me some way on which I can give away my poverty, at least a comfortable life I should be able to live. And the wife of the Brahmana, she asks this question to the sage and tells that my husband was ready to go out of city also, I only told him not to go and so on. So maybe now that you have come, it is a good sign. That's when the sage Kaudinya, he says that you can observe this Parama Ekadashi Vratam that comes during the Adhika Masam. And Lord Shankara also, Bhagavan Shiva, he had told Kubera, the lord of wealth, to observe this Vratam, it seems. And in fact, Harishchandra also, by observing this Ekadashi Vratam, he also got back his son, wife, kingdom and everything. And that's when the entire procedure of the Vratam, like I told you, the Panchavrati Vratam it is called. That is when early in the morning you Panchavrati fast. That is the early in the morning you get up, you observe fast also. That is, some people will do even the Nirjalam fast, not even taking water and so on. Like this, lot of sesame seeds, like this Dana Dharmam is done, wherein a person attains a place in Vishnu Loka. So like this, all this the sage tells a Brahmana and his wife. Upon completing their fast or so, it seems that the Brahmin's wife, she sees a prince coming towards their house, it seems. And the prince, he was told by Brahma that you go and help this couple. That's when they get a good house with all the necessities. In fact, a village was also provided to them, and as a result also their conditions improve. That's when Krishna tells Arjuna that like this, it's not always that I do something just for getting back in return, but if you do something selflessly, definitely Bhagavan opens doors for us. And that's the reason observing this Parama Ekadashi is very, very auspicious. Padmini and Parama Ekadashi, both are there. On this day, if we observe this human birth also will attain supremacy, and in fact one person will be able to attain Bhagavan and also fulfill all their wishes that is there. And in fact the king of gods, Indra, also becomes very, very happy, it seems, or he is also the one who is following all these vratas. So this is the significance of Parama Ekadashi that falls during this Adhika Masa.